You're watching Fox 51 News at 10 with Pat McGonigal, sports with Glenn Gleason, and J.C. Monahan with the weather.
An Auburn woman who lost everything in an April fire has new hope tonight. Over the scorched soil of her home for the last 50 years, a new home is rising up. Ellie Bennett says it's an impossible dream come true. The neighbors and volunteers building the home say it's the least they can do. In 1951, Wesley and Ellie Bennett bought a plot of land on Hatch Road in Auburn and built this home with their own two hands. Wesley died 3 years ago, and last April, a fire leveled their dream home.
It was a real bolt of lightning that hit the tree, and then it went underground, went through my shed, and the power from my shed was through my bedroom, and my bedroom exploded, everything.
Atop the ashes of the only home she's ever known, neighbors, friends, relatives, and volunteers are donating time, materials, and money to build Ellie Bennett a brand new home.
She was looking at going into a community home of some type, maybe public housing or something of that nature.
Since 1951, the Hatch Road is the only home Ellie Bennett has ever known, and now a tight-knit group of neighbors are making sure that nothing will ever change that.
You couldn't ask for a better neighbor in the neighborhood. So if I have time and I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to build her a house.
That we needed that with Kosovo on one hand and the shootings in the high schools. This is kind of an island in the middle of that gives us a little bright spot in the day.
It reminds me of the old days, neighbors helping neighbors.
The home will be finished next month and would never have been possible on Ellie's fixed income, so a few neighbors who cared decided to step in and make the impossible a reality. It's a dream that for Ellie Bennett still seems too good to be true.
I can't explain it. I really can't.
Here's how you can help. You can send donations to the Ellie Bennett Building Fund. That's at P.O. Box 1851, Auburn, Maine 04211. Civil rights leader Rosa Parks will receive the Congressional Gold Medal this week in Washington, D.C. President Clinton will... A neighborhood in Auburn transforms tragedy into triumph. A woman left with no place to go turned to her neighbors, and tonight she has her dream home. In April, a bolt of lightning leveled Ellie Bennett's home of 50 years. Today she stepped into a brand new house over the ashes of the only home she ever knew. It's the start of a new day for Ellie Bennett. She has her feet up, and she's surrounded by close friends and family and the comfort of a brand new home. But it wasn't always this way. On a rainy night just 4 months ago, Ellie's world was turned upside down.
All of a sudden, this big explosion, and it hit the pine tree, followed the path, made a groove right there, and down back.
The lightning strike ignited a fire that toppled the home Ellie and her late husband Wesley built 48 years ago. Ellie had no home, no insurance, no money, and nowhere to go. But it turned out Ellie had something more valuable. Friends, neighbors, relatives, and volunteers worked nights and weekends determined to build Ellie a new home on the same plot of land. Ellie fears it's a wonderful dream that could end at any second.
You know how you watch a movie and you're going right along with them? That's the way I felt. And until I stay here one night, it's not going to really come sink in that it's mine.
It's no dream, and today Ellie began her new life in what she calls a dream home. The full impact and meaning of this brand new house is clear to everyone here today, but what isn't so clear is how this project has changed some of the other homes here on Hatch Road and, more importantly, the people inside of them.
We've created a bondage between ourselves that I don't think anybody will ever dilute. It's just they are very strong, so probably Friday night get-togethers might become a regular thing.
This is something that happened like in House on the Prairie days.
Along with friends and family, 300 Maine companies donated money and supplies to the Ellie Bennett Fund.
It's a time of caring in Auburn as well. Not long ago, a woman there lost everything except the clothes on her back when her house burned down. Now, old friends and new come together in a remarkable show of support.
Oh my God, is what she says. She says, I just don't believe it. She says, I never thought I had so many friends.
For a woman who lives on a fixed income, 69-year-old Ellie Bennett is rich. Her wealth? These people. Building her new house, no charge. no questions asked.
I don't care about that one.
You see, Ellie lost her Hatch Road house in April when it was hit by lightning and burned down. Everything was lost.
It was all the memories. My dad built it 47 years ago, and that's the part that's bothering her the most. Pictures, furniture, clothes, things the children made her when she was little.
With no insurance, no savings, and no cash on hand, times were desperate.
And as we were standing there, she said to me, I don't know what I'm going to do, Eddie. She said, my house is gone.
Ed's job was to get the word out, and he did just that. He called, and dozens of volunteers answered. From foundation to roof, all the labor, all donated.
We have a lot of talent on this highway, and people care for each other. It's a close-knit neighborhood.
They work throughout the hot late spring days. Slowly, though, as those days pass, the house will take shape. Held together not just by mortar and nails, but also by a bond of neighbors helping a neighbor. Now, Ellie was sick today and couldn't make it to the construction site. Volunteers still have to raise about $10,000 if you'd like to help out. You can send donations to Ellie Bennett, Bennett Building Fund, Post Office Box 1851, that's in Auburn, 04211. You can also call 777-3125. They can use money, they can use supplies, a little bit of everything. We're going to follow this construction all the way through and let you know how it turns out.
Isn't that nice to see?
It's great when they come together.
Yeah, hopefully Ellie's feeling better. Coming up in sports, can the Red Sox stay the